Hello everyone and welcome back. As you can see, we are down at the foundation of the house. I'm in Missouri this week, and today I am going to be installing a egress window well here. It's not for a window though. What I got over here is access to a crawl space. This is a 4-foot crawl we're building on, and so I need to get access down there. And since we're going to have dirt piled up all around this foundation up to about probably 2 or 3 feet, then I need to have an egress window well here so we can get access to the crawl space. So I'm going to be attempting to put that in by myself today. Unfortunately, my wife could not be here to help, so she's still working, so I'm down here by myself, and I need to get this in so we can backfill around this crawl space and get things moving. But as you can see, even though we don't have it backfilled, nothing's progressed on here. As of now, the good, the bad, and ugly about being a general contractor. And the ugly is my framer that I had lined up for over a year now bailed out on me. So that's the ugly part of being your own general contractor. Not being from the area, in search for another one. So that's what I'm down here also doing. I'm going to meet with a couple of framing contractors, and then hopefully we'll find somebody to take over and frame this. So, but you know, it's just concrete. It's not going to hurt anything right now. It can sit here. It just puts us back on schedule. As you know, being your own general contractor, you know, you got electricians, you got plumbers, you know, you got the installation going on. Everything is lined up. You know, I got my contractors, mainly my electricians and plumbers, etc. And that puts their schedule back. You know, so I got to fit into their schedule once I get framing on it. But if you're from Central Missouri, I can advise you not use P&H construction. And like I say, I had them lined up. I reached out to these people, all my framers, back in October of 2019. I hired this guy in January of 2020. And then come June, when we're getting ready to pour, I contacted him again. Well, I had been in contact with him on and off, kind of give him our schedule, you know, that we're still planning on pouring, you know, July 1st. That's been my schedule pretty much the whole time. And he just kind of went AWOL. He never answered our emails, they never answered our phone calls, not even a text. You know, to me, if you're going to get into business, you know, and you're a contractor, you know, the most you can do, if you got so much on your plate and you can't do it, have the respect enough to at least call or answer a call or text or an email and say, hey, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I just overbooked myself. I can't get to you for another 2 months, or I don't want to do your job, but not to respond at all. You know, that's just, to me, I don't know how the guy stays in business, but you know, what do I got to say? You know, I mean, you know, nothing I can do about it. It's not like I got a legal contract with him. It's just aggravating that, you know, you go through all this work, you know, you get your subs lined up, and then you got a sub that bails. It's not like you can have a secondary framing sub lined up, you know, and say, hey, by the way, you know, my guy I hired, you know, doesn't work out, I'll hire you. I mean, if I was a framer, I would say, well, no, if you don't want me first, then forget it. But anyway, so that's where I'm at. No framing contractor right now, but hopefully we'll have one in the next couple weeks, and then we'll have to get on somebody's schedule. So we're pushed back probably at least 2 months. You know, that's the sad thing. You know, we were hoping to have it dried in by this September, October, but that's not going to happen now. You know, we're shooting now for November, December to get it dried in. So you know, maybe even January. But you know, and then we're going to be working around the weather. So you know, you got the cold coming in. You know, in Missouri, so it is what it is, and you know, it'll all work out in the best. Let's hopefully, you know, maybe it's a blessing that he did bail now. You know, my luck, I would have hired him and he would have got halfway through, then bailed. Then I would have been really in trouble. So you know, it's probably good that he bailed now. It's just, you know, it just aggravates me that you don't have enough respect to you know, at least tell me you're going to bail. But let's move on. So I'm going to be doing this egress. I thought I'd go ahead and video that today. We'll see how it works out. I got to go get some tools here, and I'll take you along. We're going to we got to get a hammer drill, go out there in a tractor, and hopefully I can bring it down here. It's kind of, you know, it's a fiberglass. It's excuse me, it's a fiberglass, and it's you know, it's kind of bulky for one person to lift. You know, it's not like I can lift it up. You know, and then of course, being fiberglass, man, the first time I grabbed that thing, I went and bought this at Menards, and first time I grabbed it, I got a fiberglass splinter. It's like, wow, you know, so you know, make sure you wear gloves. But the outside, you know, it's like you know, casting a boat, I guess, you know, in fiberglass. You know, that internal fiberglass, that's tough to touch. You know, you want to make sure you have gloves on. But anyway, so again, thanks for joining. We'll take you along today. Hopefully it won't take, I don't know what's going to take me, a couple hours. I did do a gravel base. I probably had to put some more gravel down here. Last night I came down here, dumped a couple bucket loads of gravel down. I think I'm going to have to put a little bit more down here, let it sit on a gravel base. I'm also going to have to put a drain in because I don't want that to be a swimming pool once I put bolt that on there. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'll dig down that gravel and put a drain out this way, and eventually when they backfill they can cover that pipe up. But you know, eventually in the back here, I'll turn the camera here a little bit. Eventually in the back here, this is going to be deck and patio, you know, coming out here, you know. And if you look around back to you'll see what our view is. Like I showed that, there's a beautiful oak right there, or our backyard, and then we got the pond back here. So sun's kind of terrible right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. I guess I'll find out when I get ready to edit this. But anyway, so that's where we're at. Anyway, thanks for joining, and we'll attempt to get this egress window well in by myself. So the first thing we got to do here is get a sawzall, and I got to cut that wooden form out of there. When they put this crawl space in, they had this all blocked off. You know, they put a piece of wood, you know, here, and then they got a piece of wood down there, and then, you know, of course, a piece of wood up here, and then of course your forms, you know, this is hollow in here. So they took off the wood there, they took off the wood here, and I'm gonna have to go get the sawzall on a crowbar and cut that out before I proceed putting the window well in. So then I'll attach a window well. I don't know how wide it's gonna be. I'll get it down here. I got a feeling it's gonna stick out about here somewhere, so I think I need more gravel down here. I'll go get a couple more buckets of gravel eventually here, and like I say, I got to dig this out, you know, down here on the ground here. I need to dig this out, and then put a French drain in. Pretty much it's non-perforated, just the water to run out of here. All right, so we're gonna move this thing on down here, try to get a video of it. Let's hope it doesn't fall off. I got a camera mount on the outside here too. All right, note to gloves. Pretty good. Just got to turn it upside down. It's upside down. I should have thought of that when I moved it down here, but we got to put a level on that anyway. So my next step is get a level on it, level it off, see if I need to add some more gravel. I'll probably move this out of the way if I get more gravel down there, and cut that board out. So anyway, let's get that done. All right, so the first thing we need to do is, like I say, is cut this sill out of here. So we're going to go ahead and cut this sill out. I got all the tools from the shop. Unfortunately, we're in process of moving, so the shop's kind of in a disarray, so finding stuff is a little difficult. So that's going to be, well, that's the biggest problem I have right now, is gathering tools up. You know, everything's scattered everywhere. But I think I got everything down here. I got the pipe. First thing I'm going to do is, like I say, level this up a little bit, cut this sill out of here, and proceed from there. So once I cut this out, we'll level this out enough that I can then dig down, drop the drain in. And the thing is I got plenty of room here. I can even have the drain a little higher than what it is now, because I got this, you know, if we got over here, I got a 12-inch wall here, so water can't run inside the crawl space. So I got plenty of room. I can probably add another 2 or 3 inches of gravel, so I can leave my drain about 2 or 3 inches above this, you know, and let it run out back towards the Ranger there. So let's get started on getting that sill cut out in one piece here. I have to pry it out. Once I got that cut in half, pop right out of there. So that's a good thing. All right, that was pretty easy. Let's just hope the rest of the job goes that easy. I tell you what, if you ever do a lot of irrigation, buy yourself one of these irrigation shovels. They got a bend in them enough that you don't have to bend over so much on a straight shovel. So great for digging trenches and stuff. As I figure, we're on the high side over here. It looks high. Not bad though, really. Enough, I'm not going to worry about it. We'll go ahead and start digging for that pipe. Put that pipe in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, perfectly level. I just bought just a single drain, nothing elaborate here, just a pipe. You know, you stick in the your corrugated pipe, you know, and just run it out that way. So we're just going to put it in the center here about. Now that window well, I think it's 3 feet deep. Yep, so that window well is 3 feet deep. So from here, so yeah, it's got to be somewhere out in here somewhere. So I'm about perfect where I'm at. That'd be fine. So we'll just kind of center it halfway in here. That looks good. Go ahead and start digging that hole out. Set that in there. Alright, well my camera died on the other one, so I got another camera here. I have no idea how much I left off on the other one, but we'll pick up where I'm left off. Not too far, shouldn't be. Got the gravel in, trying to level it off now. Find my gloves. Hey, when you get older, you lose things. I just had them. Lay down. I had to take them off to get the camera. Alright, so about to get this thing leveled and setting this thing in here for the first time and see how much gravel we got to add. Go by eye right now. I feel like it's high on the back side. So. Probably gonna be higher on that drain. It don't make a difference as long as we get the edges squared off where that shell's gonna sit at. I don't care if the center's high right now because today's gonna get more gravel piled in there anyway, so we'll even it all out. A little low over here. Oh, he's telling me it's low over here. We'll trust the eye for now. Let's see how we did here. That's good there. That's good there. Still high on the backside there, which I expected. That's going to be above there. That's good, level. Level this way. Right on the money. I know you're like, sure it is, Bill. We can't see it from the camera. Trust me, I wouldn't put it crooked. That's good there. I think we can get that shell in here and see what we got. Now the fun part. See if I can wrestle this thing in the ground. No way to grip it. Got a top and bottom to it. The top's got a little curved edge over it. Bottom is rough. I can get it here and then set it up.
like so. Hey, you can't see half of me. I can disappear on you. I'm still here. Went down the basement. Centered in the opening here. I think that's pretty good. I'll take a level, strike a line down there. That's pretty good. Let's see what we got here. Just a heck of it. A little high there, that's fine. I'd rather have a high there than low. That's pretty darn good, I'll tell you what. Both of them look like the edges are this curled edge I was talking about here. It's just a hair above the concrete, but the flange itself is below the concrete, both sides. I think we got our first time. That's pretty darn good. Got the drain in. So all I gotta do is go get me some power, mark the outside, and get myself out of here. How's I going to do that? I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. It's got a step. I don't trust those steps yet. So we're going to have to get our way out of here. So I think we're going to just pull the way. Try not to get tangled up with the fiberglass, because it does hurt. Trust me. Pretty darn good right there. We'll come back and put some more gravel on the back side here once I August 3rd, 2022. I guess it's a 2020. I guess they forgot the other zero. Freshly made. About there. I guess close enough. There's the window well. We'll go ahead and lag this side on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get a extension cord for the hammer drill, and I'm gonna sink these in. The bolts I'm using are 4 inches, so concrete masonry bolts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna sink them all the way down in there. I want to do is probably go all but maybe an inch or so, and then I'm gonna run a bead of caulk. Concrete construction silicone to sealant. I'm going to run a bead of caulk down through there before I tighten them up. So we'll do that on all four. There's 3 bolts on each side. So I'll go ahead and put all the bolts in and then come back and leave them out, like I say, about an inch or so. Come back and silicone it, and then we'll crank her down against the foundation. All right, so I got power hooked up. I'm using a Bosch RH328. This is the hammer drill. I'll tell you what, this thing, make a lawyer out of me, but this thing cuts about like butter. You know, if you got a good hammer drill, I tell you, it makes all the difference in the world. So I'm gonna take it, these walls, I think these walls on this side are 8 inches. Yeah, I know these are 10 inches here. I'm going down 5 inches, so I'm gonna measure 5 inches on the bit. Depth-wise, you know, it tells you to go a little deeper than what the bolt is. The bolts are 4 inches, so I'm gonna go down 5. I want to mark it. There's no use going past 5 inches on this, even though I got, you know, 10 inches here. just kind of senseless. So I'll go ahead and mark it on the drill bit. I got my 5-inch mark with that red tape. You can see it there in the camera. Get my gloves back on. Like I say, I don't want to hit that fiberglass. That thing's smart. So I got a sliver in me yesterday. And I'll tell you what, it only hurts going in, it hurts pulling it because it's got little barbs on it, I think. I could not get it out for nothing. Of course, I was at the lumber yard. All right. Got her set up for hammer. Got my mark here. That's how fast that little son of a gun will cut through concrete. I'll tell you what, if you don't have yourself a hammer drill, buy you one of these. It's pretty lightweight. You know, I like the handle on it. Like I say, it's a hammer and a drill, so you can put a chisel and stuff on here, break out concrete. I use it for tile. I remodeled my bathroom. I chipped all the tile out in the whole bathroom. Made a piecework. In fact, it was so easy my wife even did it too. She thought it was easy. Kind of fun. So I'm going to do this bottom one here. I got my on my mark here. I already see the line, so we're going to drill this one out. All right, there's 2 down. It don't take long. I'm gonna go ahead and get an impact driver and sink those in a little bit just to keep it from moving around before I drill the next one. Well, unfortunately, I brought the wrong socket down, so I'm gonna have to go back up to the shop, grab a socket for the impact wrench, and I'll be right back. So let me clear that up. You know, I said the wrong size. I had the right size, you know, 3/4. I checked that up there, but I was kind of in between of using the DeWalt 1/2-inch impact driver, you know, the little one, or going ahead and use the large 3/4-inch impact driver. So I decided to grab the 3/4 one, but I grabbed a 1/2-inch socket. So that's where the mix-up was. So we're gonna go ahead. I think a little bit bigger. You know, these are big bolts. You know, they say use the right tool for the right job, and I just think in this case here, you know, the 1/2-inch or 3/4-inch impact driver by DeWalt. This is the 20 volt Max XR. This sucker won't have any problem driving it in. So if I get a battery here, I hope my batteries are alive. Or I might not have enough juice in my batteries. I got 2 batteries, and problem is, again, being in Missouri and from North Carolina, I don't always have everything charged up. At home, I have a charging table, you know, but I don't have that set up here yet, so we're going to see how this goes. I think that's good enough. That went in pretty easy. I'll tell you what, these bolts have been sitting out in the sun. Talk about hot. And just like that. I'm hoping I can squeeze some caulk in there. I'm going to take a little pry bar. I got a pry bar over here. Pull that out just a hair. I should say a little crowbar, not a pry bar, but let me just pop that out a little bit. There we go. That old fiberglass sticking to it. That's good enough, I think. Yeah, I can get the caulk. I just want to caulk the outside edge here. I think that's good enough. Go ahead and drill that other one in. That's the third one. I'm not going to sink that one in right now. I'll do that after I put the caulking in. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll go ahead and caulk. Got to make my mark on this side. Thought I was going to forget, didn't you? Like, hey Bill, you didn't mark the other side. It should be pretty level, but... Oh yeah, right on it. Don't have to do anything. I'll tell you what. You'd almost think I knew what I was doing. Looking good. I should have brought a clamp down, but I'm not going to run up there and get one. It would have been nice to clamp this to the foundation, you know, while I was drilling, but I can hold it for that part. I'm going to go ahead and sink a bolt in that one. Once again, leaving it out about 1.5 inches, or you know, an inch at least. And then that way I'll do the bottom after I get this one in. Get my impact wrench. And that's all three on that side. Alright, I'm going to pull it away a little bit on that other side. That last one drove it in a little deep. Or didn't drive the nut in, or the bolt in very deep, but just pulled that fiberglass a little bit. Pulled away from the wall. Alright, so we got ourselves a Loctite concrete sealant. I'm just going to squirt some in here all the way down. You know, it's just really just to keep dirt and water and everything else from going back into this way. It's going to come underneath anyway, but you know, just a little extra. I don't know, I just thought it'd be good to put it on there. You know, I don't want the mud and stuff running that way. You know, because it's going to have dirt up against here, so why not? You know, it costs a few extra dollars to do this. That's one side. Do the other side. All right, 2 more bolts. Apparently, I don't think the dog ate them, but I don't know what happened to them. They'll show up sometime. You know how that works. When you don't need them, they'll show up. Go ahead and cinch these all down. Yes, I should probably be wearing ear protection on this right here, but for 6 bolts, I'm not going to. I'm already hard of hearing, way back from shooting guns. can see that stuff oozing out there. Good sign. That should be tight enough. One side down, one side to go. And that's it. Well, that's a wrap on the outside, guys. Watch that fiberglass. We are ready to put a little bit of gravel on the bottom side. I'm going to add about an inch or so, not a whole lot. You know, maybe a couple. And that'll wrap that up. I'll come back and backfill a little bit of gravel. Maybe I'll film that. And I'm just going to put some gravel on this side so gravel doesn't slide away here on the bottom. As you can see, point down here a little bit. You know, down in there. I don't want that gravel sliding down. So I'll probably put another bucket load over, several buckets, but I'll fill this all in with till it's flat across here on both sides. And on the other side I got the pipe too, so I'm definitely going to fill that in, but I'll do some over here. In fact, I got some of that crushed, you know, with the limestone, and I might just use that. It's not going to make a difference on the outside. I don't care if it doesn't, you know, it's not going to drain anyway. We'll see. See how much got of the other stuff. Well, thanks for watching, guys. And if I do video the, you know, putting the gravel down here, my battery's getting low on both my cameras. So anyway, thanks for joining, and we'll catch you on the next video.